So lay your head down. Oh, lay your head down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I will love you over and over again.
I promise to always strive to be the best version of myself and always try to become better every day for you and for our future family. And love you every day with the same intensity as when it started, and continue to love you this way for the rest of our lives.
So lay your head down. I'll breathe in, breathe out. I will love you over and over again.
Habibi, from the first hug, I knew I found my person. All of my worries just melted away and my nervous system finally calmed. You helped me find my light again, and I will always be grateful for that. You make me the best version of myself, and I know we have the type of love that our future children are gonna look up to. A life full of love, laughter, and dancing in the kitchen. You're my best friend, and there's nobody else in this world that I'd rather be antisocial with. Thank you for handling me better than I could ever imagine handling myself. I promise to love you through the hard days and to be that 90 when you're only at a 10. Every night and every morning I fall even more in love with you. Big hug and big kiss forever, babe. Love you.
Lay your head down. Oh, lay your head down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I will love you over and over again. So lay your head down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I will love you over and over again. So live, laugh, and love. Lay your worries aside. I will love you over and over again. There's nothing you could say, nothing you could do to turn me away. I will love you the best that I can, over and over again.
And now for the rings. Jackson. That worked better than I suspected. These rings, made by human hands and from elements made by God, symbolizing God's word joining together. These rings are an outward, visible sign of inward and spiritual grace, signifying the quality uniting of laying, fading, holy bed. Bless, O Lord, the giving of these rings, that they who wear them may live in your peace, continue in your favor all the days of their life, through Jesus Christ our Lord. You may now kiss your bride.
Introducing Mr. and Mrs. Martin!
And I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time. It won't always be easy, just as sure as the sun will rise. I'll be there when you need me, with every tear that falls from your eyes. Oh, you have me completely. I'll be there when you need me. place where we both belong. Fate, a planted tree. Oh, and it's grown its roots under you and me. As long as we both breathe, I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time. It won't.
Let's give thanks for this event that brought all the family together. And selfishly, I'm thankful that you got married because you brought all of my friends together in one room. So thank you. But, so anyways, that makes me very happy. Sorry, I practiced a bunch of times and it went well, but I've had, a glass of wine or two. Okay, but back on track. The biggest thanks that I wanted to give tonight is to Robbie Compton. And I'll hold for the applause. But the reason I wanted to give thanks to Robbie is because he introduced me to Baylee. When I was about 16 years old, I went into her house just to use the bathroom, and that was it. And I've had the opportunity to grow with Baylee, from girls to women to sisters, and she's had my back since day one. And I mean, for real, she'll have your back. If you have back surgery, she'll be right there. And over the time, I'm thankful that I've gotten to see so many Baileys. I've seen volleyball Baylee. I've seen red Jeep Baylee. Yeah. I've seen scared Baylee. I've seen Toyota Tundra Baylee. I've seen brave Baylee. I've seen Nissan Rogue Baylee. I've seen sad Baylee, and I've seen happy Baylee. But this Baylee is different. This Baylee is not only happy, she is confident, she knows her worth, and she is sure of herself. And I'm so thankful for Lane because he brings that out. I can see it in her face when we FaceTime, and I can hear it in her voice when we talk on the phone. And I'm so thankful that you have found one another, and I'm so grateful to be your friend. Baylee, thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me Patty. And thank you for always showing up. So here's to all the happy Taylor Swift songs. Thank you.
Good evening, family and guests. I'm Lane's brother, Taylor, and I have the honor of being the best man. You might think that I'm the most nervous in the room right now, but I can assure you that's probably Lane and Baylee. Maybe even our parents for what's about to come out of my mouth. Lane has survived the last 16 years, or the first 16 years of his life through all of my plotting, my attacks, my torture. As you can tell, he's very thick-skinned. He's very hard to read, except for earlier this evening. You can't always tell what he's feeling or thinking. Being the brother that I am, I have taken into account all the happy days, the good times that he's had, and I've counted them up, I've tallied them up, and I came to a number. I'm a numbers guy. 804 days is what I got, okay? You're an old guy, born in the 1900s. Born in 1999, September 24th. Well, I was born that 804 days later. From that day on, you guys had to sleep with one eye open. And I'll prove that in a second. I'll prove that. I have receipts. I'm going through a few brief stories with you guys to show you how I've grown and how Lane has grown beside each other. Life started in a pile of dirt when Lane showed me how to play with trucks. Well, he didn't really show me how to play with trucks. I introduced myself to the dirt pile, and he took his Tonka trucks elsewhere. Lane had no problem being alone at all. So Baylee, this speaks great lengths that he volunteered, against his will or not, to be here today. Why Lane wanted to be alone? Well, that's easy. I found out I was annoying. And I did everything in my power to get in between his line of sight and that TV. And after shoving me down multiple times, time and time again, I had enough of it, so I decided to end the war that I started. I crept around the entire house, came up behind the couch, and I bit him on the shoulder as hard as I could. And from there, the parents separated us. I call that perfect timing. I won the battle. Another unforgettable moment happened one night when I snuck into his room. I needed a t-shirt, something like that. By that time, he was huge, so it was definitely way too big. So after being in his closet for about 2 seconds, I hear 4 clicks behind me in the middle of the night. I turn around and Lane has 2 double-sided knives open and just leaning up in his bed. So I was fearing for my life. I got out of there. He was ready to protect his belongings. And that's the point. See, I told you he slept with one eye open ever since. Still probably does. But don't worry. This might make him seem violent, but I can assure you, he is anything but that. He won't hurt a thing. I vividly remember this one. We had gotten into an argument, and I decided to turn to violence by putting him in the tightest chokehold I could possibly put him into. From there, my feet left the floor as I left dangling from his neck. And I calmly, I cannot stress this enough, calmly, in no rush whatsoever, walked 50 feet across the entire house to my mom's room. And he squeaked out, "Mom, get him off me." Where she then pulled me off of him, leaving his dog tag imprints on his chest for the next week. Now that my torture has been taken over by the U.S. Coast Guard, they got me pretty good there. Now I can be there for support, the laughs. There's a reason, ladies and gentlemen, that buffalo shrimp was not on the menu tonight. The last time that Lane ate buffalo shrimp, I made a joke and it came out his nose. Bailey actually so laid it on Baylee. So Baylee, what can you take from all this? Well, like his knives back in the day, Lane will protect you and your family. Not only that, but he will likely have an arsenal fit for a small army to choose from. Also, you can poke, you can pinch, you can even bite him on the shoulder and he won't retaliate. I can assure you that. As Baylee has caught on to this rather quick, I noticed this when she called me one day and said, "Taylor, you know, yelling at your brother is like kicking a golden retriever." He might be scary looking on the outside. No offense, son, you cleaned up nice today. But he's supportive, he's kind, he's attentive, and most importantly, he's loyal. He's loyal on the inside. Lane, your growth after leaving the house has blown me away, and I'm beyond impressed of who you've become, and I'm proud to call you my brother. Baylee, I could not dream of a better bride, a better family to accompany my brother. And like I said, Lane has only had 804 happy days of his life. But seeing him out there today and feeling his emotions, I know today makes 805.
All right, I'm going to try my best to keep it together. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chloe. I'm the maid of honor. Baylee and I have been best friends now for close to 21 years. Growing up, Baylee and I watched her mom and her best friend of over 20 plus years. And my mom and her best friend of over 20 plus years go through their entire adult lives together, up until my mom passed back in 2016. And for anyone that knows me and Baylee, you know how much Mom would have wanted to be here.
She is here.
For as long as I can remember, when I would see our moms and their best friends together, or hear stories about them and past memories, I would constantly say to myself, how lucky would I be to always have a best friend like that? When it comes to Baylee, though, she isn't my best friend, but instead she's my sister. Together, we've somehow blinked and gone from 2 9-year-old girls who bonded over our love for horses while we ran around our then summer camp grounds without a care in the world, to now witnessing one another take on adulthood. Baylee has been there for me during some of my darkest days, providing a light that I, at the time, felt like not even God himself was able to give me. With that being said, it is now time for me to share the path that Baylee and I have walked down together for the last 20 plus years with the man that has stolen my girl's heart. If I've learned anything from our experiences up until now, it's that the universe presents us with situations that are only meant to set us up for the next chapter in this book called life. All of the teenage heartbreaks, insufferable online dating apps, and somewhat very rather questionable boyfriend choices that have been made along the way, they were all in preparation for Baylee to be loved in a way that we can all one day only hope to be loved. Your love for one another is inspiring, and I think that everyone in this room can say that it has been a privilege to have gathered here today to witness two souls become one. Lane, thank you for loving our girl the way that you do. She deserves nothing but the best, and in the time that you've been in her life, you've provided nothing but that. I truly hope you enjoy growing old with her just as much as I've enjoyed growing up with her. Come on, Chloe. So, okay. If you can all join me in raising a glass. Cheers to my best friend and her new best friend, to Mr. and Mrs. Martin.
Why, when you're away, do I miss you? Is it just because I can't kiss you? Is it dishes in the sink or the lack of a wink? Or just because I love my life? Why, when you're away, do I miss you? Is it just because I can't kiss you? Is it dishes in the sink or the lack of a wink? Or just because I love my life with you? With you.
Dress has pockets. That was the selling point.
Oh my god.
I was thinking putting Slim Jims in it. So
yeah,
like,
you
whenever I
should.
go to hand lean like a tissue, I can pull out a Slim Jim.
Slim Jim.